So I am thinking on the future of relationships between men and women, and my initial thinking is that it's not looking too positive. From a man's point of view, it's too risky. There's too much damage to his life that can result if a relationship goes wrong. It's basically looking like it's unwise for a man to have a relationship with a woman. So I'm thinking that men will increasingly turn away from relationships because men can see around themselves the harm to their lives that might result. So I am thinking that increasingly men will go MGTOW, men going their own way. And so increasingly men will not have relationships with women because it is not advisable for men to do so. I'm thinking this feels like it's crazy talk in a way. Because life is surely about a man hooking up with a woman and then having family and then rinse and repeat. That seems to be what life is about. I don't know what the other issues are and the other objectives in life. But generally, it's about, for a man, it's about growing up, finding a woman that he likes and gets on with and can have a relationship with. Then he will proceed to have children with her. And the situation now is that he is not regarded as a, well, I don't have to describe it, it's not regarded as a valid parent, as an important parent. He's seen as just a payment object. Um, he is not regarded as important in a child's life. Only the mother is supported, and it seems that only the mother is regarded as the main parent of the child. The father is seen increasingly more as a sperm donor, someone who enables the creation of a child. But that's pretty much where it ends. The role of a father is definitely attacked and presumed to be unimportant. So men are seeing this increasingly. For example, I myself have decided to go MGTOW now, and for me that means I won't have a relationship with a woman again in my life. I've made that decision, and it is obviously a cost, and it's not great, but I will have to find other things in life to focus on rather than a new relationship. I'm thinking that more men might decide to do this. I think it's correctly described as going their own way, men going their own way. So I'm not sure if I'm following all the rules, but for me it means I won't have a relationship again. And that is strange. I'm 48, so potentially there could be many years ahead not being in a partnership. And I'm thinking that for me, in my point of view, life has always been about hooking up with a woman and having a family, and that's how it goes. I imagine that seems to be what life has been for me. I've assumed that I would find a woman, I'd have a relationship, I'd get married, I'd have children. So I've done the marriage and children part, but I haven't been able to make the relationship part work. I'm in an injury situation which affects memory, so I don't know why it didn't work out. But it is the way it is, and I have to find a way forward somehow. It is very difficult. With my memory gone, it is very difficult to do anything except survive. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I suppose I've got time on my hands. I'm not having to work. I'm being supported in supported living. So I do have time to think. And my thoughts tend to be negative about not only my own life romantically, but also society in general. It does seem that men are getting very much a raw deal in the relationship game. And it seems to me that men might be seeing this more, and more men will seek to avoid relationships with women. For me, it makes sense. I think it's sensible to do that. I don't risk STDs, sexually transmitted disease. I don't risk accusations of domestic violence that are false. Um, I mean, I don't know how prevalent false accusations are or how prevalent sexually transmitted diseases are. But the point is that I'm avoiding that. Now, regarding intimacy and what you get from a relationship in terms of companionship and someone looking out for you and love, basically, there is a cost there, there is a loss there. But looking at the loss compared with the risks of false accusation and STDs, the better deal, it seems to me, is to not have a relationship again. So it is a strange way of living. It seems to not be in a relationship seems like the normal thing to be doing. So I am going against the trend, and I do hope I can make my life work regardless. But I do have to work to make that happen. I don't want to be miserable and lonely in life. So I do have to find ways to make my life work without a partner in life. So I keep returning to this thought, but I do think it is wiser for me, and I think wiser for men in general, to not have relationships with women. But obviously, every man has to make his own mind up. But in my case, for example, I've lost my house and flat, and whatever savings I've had have probably greatly reduced. I've lost any contact with my children. So things haven't done that well for me in the relationship game. I think many men find themselves in this situation. So I have a lot of thinking to do to make my life work. I am thinking though that I won't be seeking a new relationship. I think that would be very unwise. And I am losing the contact and the sharing that you have with the partner. So there is a cost. But I have to make my life work somehow. So I am thinking of ways to do that. I hope I can come up with something good, because life is potentially quite long.